What's up, everyone? As you just saw, this girl just laid eggs and we let her rest for a few minutes, and now we're gonna remove the eggs to make sure that they are in the proper incubation media. And we're gonna put her back in her enclosure because I moved her so that I could record this process. And yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how I remove the eggs carefully. She's still in there, but we're gonna get her out of there for a minute, and then we're gonna put her back in her enclosure. She is paired with another female and one male, and this is her second clutch. Today is April 10th, so that gives you an idea of when we paired her up. So I'm super excited. I really want these babies to be really pretty. Rodrigo is a super Dalmatian, and she has a few Dalmatian spots. She's not a super Dal, but she is a really nice Dalmatian Harlequin girl. So I'm excited to see the babies, and let's go get the eggs. So I had her here in this clear Tangalen tank. The camera was here facing up so that you guys could see this. I am going to take this carefully and I am going to take it to a better space. That's her enclosure. As you can see, it is full of ventilation. We have two vents, one on each side, and then this big vent hole. A square. Her enclosure looks a little empty right now because it's missing the lay box and it's missing a few plants, but it does have a lot of hiding spots. So let's carefully get the girl out first, and then I'm gonna get the eggs. Okay. Let's go, girl. Let's go. Okay. This is her. She is probably sitting at 50 grams after laying. She was like 54 yesterday, so she is healthy. She is really a good girl, and I love her. She has a good structure. She has a really nice patterning, and then she also has those obvious Dalmatian spots. So I want to make the best out of it by pairing it to a super doll male. She is looking a little thin right now, but she will recover properly. She is a really good eater, so I am not concerned about her not eating or something. That is the male. The male is even smaller than her. He is like 40 grams, while she is 50 grams without eggs. So this male is a really aggressive male, and that's why I paired him up with her, which is a bigger female, because he can handle all that. Now let's go put these eggs where they belong. So I remember looking up what to do when my crested gecko laid eggs. I remember buying some box that has like some egg holding places. But honestly, this is the best option if you have several females. You can properly label each one of them. I have one row per female, and there's pretty much 8 spots because in 1 year you're pretty much gonna have up to 8 clutches. You can have maybe 9 or 10, but usually after 8 clutches the female is going to want to rest, and she's going to be well ready to gain more energy and more weight for the next breeding season. So you want to make sure to give them like 3 or 4 months of resting after breeding. So that's why they usually only lay like 8 times per year instead of 12 times per year, because you know that they can lay eggs up to every 30 days. So the eggs are still in here, and we're gonna put them here. This is, well, actually this is wrong. It's Rodrigo and Marta, okay? But yeah, Rodrigo and Marta, it's these two guys. I have to relabel that. She laid on March 2nd, and today is March 10th, so it's been 38 days. And we already have some of these little clay pieces. They are really good for incubating eggs. The good thing about this incubation media is that you know when it is drying out. For example, vermiculite or perlite, when you mix it up with water, you're not gonna see properly when it's dry or when it's wet. These are really noticeable. The difference is really big. When they are dry, they are gray or like a really light brown. And when they're wet, they're this color, a dark brown. We're gonna get the eggs. I'm not really sure where they are right now. I think, yeah, here. Okay. They are super fresh right now, and I am going to mark them with a Sharpie. Most females will lay 2 eggs. I mean, there's no way there's gonna be a third egg, but just in case, I like to check. It's good to check sometimes. Usually on the bottom you see that there's 2 eggs. I've never had a girl lay 1 or 3 eggs. It's always 2. Most geckos are like that. And this is her right now. This is her right now. I am probably going to give her a lot of food tonight so that she can eat a lot. She's still healthy. You can see the eggs are also healthy. They don't have any visual problems. And we're going to candle them as well. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my phone, flashlight. I am gonna put it on the floor or on a flat surface. I am going to grab the eggs and candle it. Right now, this egg is not showing a lot, but there is a tiny vein showing. I don't think you guys can see it, but there is a tiny circle here showing right where this piece of moss is. I cleaned it a little bit. It's the first day, so usually you'll see a little ring. Sometimes you don't see it until a few days later. As long as you incubate it properly, it's going to develop. I do see a little ring, which might not be noticeable in the camera. So what I'm going to do is I am going to simply get a Sharpie, and on the side that I see the egg, I'm going to do 1 dot or 1 line. Then I am going to boop. I'm going to transfer it there. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other egg. We're going to check if it has... This one has some more noticeable line, okay? Let's see if you guys can see it. This one has a more noticeable line. It's here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 dots. I usually do 1 or 2 dots per clutch. I don't really write full things. I don't write the full date or the full pairing name. I don't want the ink to go in the egg and possibly damage the embryo, so that's all I do. I just do 1 or 2 dots. And that's what it looks like. From this clutch we had an infertile egg, or a dud, and from this one we had also another dud. This clutch is looking nice, that clutch is looking nice, that clutch is looking nice, that clutch is looking nice. I'm going to show you now a little bit the development of the embryos at different stages, okay? What I want you guys to see first is the dates. This one, I'm not really going to show it to you because it's not developing properly. It is going a little slower. It is developing, but I don't know why it's going slower. It's the first clutch ever of that female, so I don't really expect a lot of her. And then this one is tiny for some reason. You can see the difference between the first clutch and the second clutch of that female. But this one is developing properly. For me, this one is doing great. You can see it is super red. The embryo has extremities. It has eyes. It has like a full formed face already. So that one is doing great. I don't really want to disturb it a lot. And that one was laid like 2 months ago. So it's been about 55 days incubating. Then let's say this clutch was laid about 16 days ago, I think, if my math is mathing. And this is the development we have so far. It is a circle that is expanding within the egg. It is looking nice. I've seen them grow faster and I've seen them grow slower. All crested geckos don't grow at the same rate, so don't expect them to have a specific growth rate. Now these are 38 days old, so see, it's all red at this point. It is not a formed egg though. It is not a formed crested gecko. It is just all red and it is occupying the entire space of the egg. So that's pretty much what I do when I get fresh crested gecko eggs and how I incubate them. I will show you videos of how they hatch when they hatch, and that's pretty much it. So when I get the eggs, I obviously put them in here. I put the correct date in here, and then I'll stick it here, and then I'll get my female, put the scale on. I like it on grams. I am European, so I use the metric system. But if you guys want to do, I don't know, pounds or whatever you use, that should be fine too. She is at 47, which is a pretty good weight. She has laid, and after laying, 47 is a pretty good weight. You can see she has some really nice crests. Okay, she's a really good gecko. She still has some fat reserves, and her mouth is a little dirty because of the lay box. But she's a really pretty and good lady. And yeah, I'm really hoping that the eggs are viable and they all go nice, because even if we see the rings, sometimes they just stop developing for some reason. So she's a really calm lady. She's one of my favorites in personality, and I just love how calm she is all the time. Never dropped the tail. She is a few years old, so that tells you a bit about her. That's all I have for today. I am super excited to share this journey with you guys so that you can learn and I can learn in the process too. Because as I've said multiple times, this is my first season and I made a lot of research. I've been doing research for a whole year about genetics, how to breed them, when to breed them, breeding season, breeding weight, all those things that you need to know before breeding. So I waited patiently for my geckos to get up to a healthy weight. I wait patiently to do my research, and then I breed, or I started breeding. So right now I am showing you guys how I do it while I do it. I will gladly receive feedback from you guys and I will gladly teach you guys what I've learned. So I'm gonna be showing you guys how everything is going, how we're doing things here at Carebugs, and I want you guys to comment and give us your opinion and tell us what you think, and that way we can learn, we can improve, and we can show you guys the best version of ourselves. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for seeing this video today. I hope you enjoyed the whole video, and especially that part where she laid eggs. I haven't seen a lot of videos where crested geckos lay eggs, and it is not the most clear video, but it is somehow visually okay, and I guess you can kind of see how she lays that egg. So I hope you guys like this video, I hope it was useful, and I'll see you in the next video.